Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am currently doing my next video, which I have been hoping to post, so apologies for its tardy arrival. It's currently being edited as I record this video, but I had to interrupt the process because I wanted to bring you some news of some developments in the world of endometriosis. So, as some of you may know, I started this platform, and the intention behind it was to create a forum where it was okay to talk about various issues, particularly issues concerning women and girls. And that was one of the reasons why I decided to tackle the subject of endometriosis, as it happens to be an illness which I used to suffer with terribly. And it's an illness that affects 1 in 10 women, and we currently have no cure. We do not know what causes it, and women are needlessly suffering in silence, and they are not getting the kind of medical care and attention that they deserve. And this was one of the reasons why I decided to start a forum to show that it's okay for women to want to reach out and share stories, or to try and get advice from other women who might be going through the same thing, because sometimes just by bouncing ideas off other people and just learning from things they may have done or not done, you may find certain answers to certain questions that you may have had. I know that when I was going through my difficult periods with the condition, the fact that it was such a taboo subject, if you like, it's not the done thing to talk about period pains, because endometriosis, the symptoms of endometriosis would mimic other conditions such as period pains or irritable bowel syndrome, etc. But it's not the done thing to openly talk about such conditions. But when you have that wall of silence as well, if you like, within the medical profession, when you go to the doctors, the very guys who are supposed to help you get over this problem, if they don't know themselves what is going on and end up misdiagnosing you and mistreating you in that sense, then we have a real problem. So you can imagine my joy and excitement when yesterday, which was the 7th of October, for those of you who might be watching this later on, yesterday I discovered that endometriosis was all over the media, traditional media as we know it, and social media. So it was featured on BBC Breakfast, it was featured on Women's Hour on Radio 4, it was featured on Radio 5 Live, hosted by Vanessa Feltz. There were women phoning in, giving their testimonies. I mean, I heard some really, really heartbreaking stories of women going through a whole host of issues connected with endometriosis. On the BBC's website, I read various articles by women who had taken part in the survey. So more than 13,500 women took part in the BBC research survey that was conducted in conjunction with Endometriosis UK. Yes, you heard right, 13,500 women. That's amazing. That's the biggest survey that's been carried out to date about a medical condition. I'm just blown away. I really am. There's a bit there on the website where there's a lady by the name of Bethany Willis, who was one of the women who took part in the research, and she said she started to suffer with endometriosis symptoms aged just 9. She knew that it was because she knew what it was because her mum and her grandmother also have the condition. Now 19, Bethany says, and this bit really pulled on my heartstrings, the pain is like barbed wire wrapped around your insides, and someone's pulling it while at the same time an animal is trying to eat its way through you. All too familiar story. the pain got so bad that at one point she actually considered committing suicide, and she took an overdose. And she said she actually texted her boyfriend to say goodbye because she just wanted to end her life there and then. The pain just got so unbearable. Anna Turley MP, a member of the all-party parliamentary group for endometriosis, she also helped carry out an inquiry, said, "It wasn't until I was hospitalised and had the diagnosis that I realised how little attention endometriosis receives, how limited research funding is, and how many women are misdiagnosed." She said the data gave millions of affected women a voice. This is what we've been crying out for all this time, just to have a voice, just to be heard. I mean, how is it that in the 21st century we can have such an insidious, horrible condition like endometriosis that affects you in so many ways? It affects you physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. It affects children's education. It affects a woman's working life. If you end up taking time off work because you're ill and you're bedridden with a pain, that's not much of a life. It's taken this long for us to get this far, but thank God we have finally reached this point where it is now all over the media. Serious work, it would seem, has started into researching and looking into the condition, and hopefully this is just the first step of many to bring an end to this horrible, horrible condition that affects so many women worldwide. We're talking millions of women worldwide. So on that note, I will leave it there just to say I will go away and complete my video that I've been working on, and expect that in the next few days. And yes, let's continue to keep the debate going, guys. Every little counts. So sharing, commenting, forwarding videos, just getting a debate going and talking about this openly, because you just never know who you might be affecting, who you might be helping, who you might be influencing. It's only when this reaches the upper echelons of society, it's only when the government sit up and take notice and realise that they need to pour more funding into research, they need to pour more funding into the medical profession, so we have doctors and surgeons who are better equipped and more skilled in diagnosing and treating this condition. There's still no cure for it. Why is that? In this 21st century that we're living in, why is it that women are still needlessly suffering like this? It needs to stop. We need to take action. We need to keep pushing barriers. So the work continues. I will bid you all farewell and look out for my video, as I say, very soon. In the meantime, look after yourselves. God bless.